What's up, guys? It's your man Chef back in for another video, and today I'm making a quick one just about the evolution of Big Sean. I might be doing more like this, making an evolution of this artist, that artist, etc. But today I want to highlight Big Sean, as I think many rappers and many fans alike have really slept on Big Sean and really missed his evolution. And it all starts with Finally Famous, his first debut album. Now, before that, I'll be honest, I was introduced to Big Sean like many people was through his single My Last with Chris Brown. Apparently, the guy's been rapping since 2005, I believe. He's out of Detroit, of course. Kanye signed him in 07 after the story of him going up to the I don't know if it's Chicago or Detroit radio station. He started rapping for Kanye as he was walking. He was walking and talking, and Big Sean started rapping. And Kanye said, "You know what? You got talent and potential. I'm gonna go ahead and put you on." Now, Finally Famous debut album, debut number 3. I think sold 80 plus copies first week, and this is pure sales. Big Sean is from that last grain of rappers who started off in the sale era before the streaming era. So right then and there, you know, Big Sean is pretty much above all a better artist than a lot of current artists, pop or rap. Because let's be honest, a lot of these current pop artists, rappers, R&B singers, some of these even rock and alternative players, they wouldn't be able to survive in the old climate pre-2014 of strictly sales and no streaming. We're talking about a landscape where your album had to be bought or digitally downloaded. If it wasn't physically purchased or digitally downloaded or pre-ordered on Amazon or one of these other sites, or bought on Spotify, because they did track Spotify, but they didn't track the streaming, they tracked the purchases of singles, your album wouldn't chart. So, no disrespect to a lot of these rappers, but can you imagine 6ix9ine, the Trippie Redd, even a Lil Uzi Vert being able to sell first week without streaming help? That's what I thought. So Big Sean, Finally Famous drops. He had I Do It as a cult classic. He had Marvin Gaye and Chardonnay as the lead single. I believe My Last was included on there. And from the start of it, he seemed like to be a braggadocious rapper who was basically about getting money, getting chicks, and getting laid. Brand name alcohol, shoes, you get the shit. But then you have Hall of Fame. And up until that moment, Big Sean had been a stereotypical rapper. But then in Hall of Fame, you start to see this determination to Big Sean, this grit, desire. He talks about his past a little bit more. And then you're like, wow, this cat's alright. Then Dark Skies in Paradise happens, and it debuts at #1, his best-selling album. His last album, Hall of Fame, did well first week, yes, but he didn't have a single off there that really did well. I Don't Fuck With You was Big Sean's first #1 in rap song. Well, no, I don't know if it's #1. I don't know if it was his first one, but I believe it was. No, it was one of his first ones #1 in rap, because other than Lamborghini Mercy and another feature, I think he hasn't had one as a lead artist yet. And that song did wonders for him. To this day, I think it's 6 times platinum, and 3 of those certifications are off pure sales alone without streaming. Dark Skies of Paradise was one of the first albums, however, to benefit from the streaming rules of Billboard, as it helped the album go platinum. It was already gold, it went platinum with streaming involved, because it counts singles as well as it counts album streams. Dark Skies of Paradise, it showed a different type of production. Big Sean started going towards the trap sound that would soon be popular due to Southside, Metro Boomin, London on the track, and more. But on that song, especially with One Man Could Change the World being on that album, it really showed that Big Sean was sentimental and thankful. He's always come off as braggadocious, but he does take time to thank God and thank the people that helped support him. So now Big Sean has another layer to him. Then he drops I Decided, where he starts to show off his lyric intensity, and people start to realize that, damn, this cat Big Sean may be pretty good. Now, one slide down, I forgot to mention, Control was on Hall of Fame, so that's one of the defining tracks, and it really was the track that I believe personally should have been a top 10 single if it wasn't from Billboard's rules back then, if it had to be released as a single for the chart. Because Control, almost every hip-hop head, and even some mainstream pop fans know what Control is. So, side note, I forgot that part. But anyway, as we get into the I Decided era, you see that he works for both the legends and GOATs of the game. He had Eminem on the song. He was on Detroit vs. Everybody a year back. He also had Amigos and I believe Sacrifices. And then he had Jeremiah at the end of the album talking about how he basically is a legend for the city of Detroit and how everyone looks up to him. So now Big Sean has become from braggadocious rapper, flexing cars, flexing hoes, to being somewhat sentimental and thankful, to now crossing a bridge and working for other sides. And now finally, Big Sean, from either side, you see that the guy is now being respected and becoming a legend of the city he's from. Now, he did drop a dud, people say, but I listed the album. I don't think it's that bad. With him and Metro Boomin with, damn, I forgot what's, look, it's not my favorite Big Sean album. I think it's called, not No Warning, that's what he made with 21 Savage and Offset. Double or Nothing. A lot of people shit on that project. It was basically screams because nobody really bought it for real. And Big Sean went on this 2.5 year hiatus, basically. After that, I think that really shocked him. He said, okay, I'm going to go and reinvent myself. He did feature on the DJ Khaled album, I believe. And other than that, we really haven't heard much from him until late last year. I believe he had dropped single again, where he's playing this relationship with Jhené Aiko. And you can really see that he had a lot of growth in that single. Now, finally, we to the current Big Sean with Detroit 2, which I released a video on 3 days ago. You should go check it out, where I reviewed the album in full and tell you my favorite tracks. But all I have to say is that Big Sean, he not only became a quote-unquote conscious rapper, but he's also reflective and very thankful, and he's in tune with himself. Whether you believe or not what he's saying in the songs about the government, medicine, and science, it's true that Big Sean has now went from being a flexer to being sentimental to being somewhat person you look up to now being in tune with himself and at peace with himself. This makes, in my opinion, the perfect rapper that everyone should aspire to be. I'm not saying he's the GOAT, but Big Sean, I personally put him on my top 20. I don't know if he's top 10 yet, but if he drops another masterpiece like Detroit 2 or even another I Decided, he might be up for that top 10. Now, a lot of people might say, oh man, that's capping. He's still better than him, Big L, Kendrick, J. Cole, Tupac, Biggie, Run DMC. Some people even say LL Cool J. You can name all these greats. But for me as a listener, as a guy who listens to almost every single Big Sean project, except for, I think, Hall of Fame, I haven't listened to much. I've only listened to about 6 tracks off that because I really like the vibe of the project like that. But for what I can see from Big Sean, the overall picture is that the guy is on a great path. And whether Detroit 2 beats Big 6ix9ine and Taylor Swift or not, I know it's going to debut top 5. It's going to be either number 3 or 4. I have to say that this album deserves a number 1 spot. And if it doesn't go there, it's going to be a shame. But Big Sean is what a lot of rappers should look up to. A lot of young rappers that's trying to get in the game, and a lot of rappers right now that have the same style and want to switch it up. He's not only someone to look up to music-wise, not trying to say do everything he's done in his life, but if you get to a point where you're at peace with yourself and you accept things as is, it makes for a better life. Anyway, I know it's a lengthy video. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe, and let me know what you think about my analysis of Big Sean and his evolution. I'll be doing another evolution video probably right after this. I'm thinking about either doing a Drake one, a Jhené Aiko one, since I was thinking about Big Sean, or I may even do one on Soulja Boy. Anyway, like, comment, share, subscribe. It's your man Chef from Off the Dome. I'll see you next time. Peace.